Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar. Welcome back to Jal Prayag. Today, what I'm going to do is, since most of the concepts of chart work videos have been made, barring a few, which I'll be soon putting it. So I thought I will try to use it practically. That means let us try solving MMD exam question papers. So I'm going to start solving MMD exam question papers. I'll pick one. Let us see what questions can be solved with the concepts already what we have. So I'm taking a phase one syllabus or phase one MMD exam question paper. I've written the date, which is 15 January 2014. I'll be doing it in parts because it's not worth doing the whole paper in one video. It is not worth it. So I'm going to do it in parts. I'm choosing question number 1, BA 5072, 15th January 2014. So let us have a look in the question. This will help you in the exams, in the coming exams. I'm sure the coming week there is an exam slotted for phase one. So I hope this helps you people who are preparing. I've just put a screenshot of the paper section A because section A is the one which is dealing with your chart work. Section B goes to your principle of navigation. So I'm going to solve only section A. We'll be solving one by one all the 3 questions. But as I said, each part I will solve only one question. Let us look at question number 1. I've retyped it. So I'm going to read that question. It says vessel at as an anchor south of Weistad. We'll look into the chart later. Observed following compass bearings. So he's given you 3 compass bearings. He says find the vessel's position and compass error at that instant. And part B is the passage plan. Let me finish part A, then we'll look into part B. So I'm going to quickly analyze the first part of the question, part A of the question. Why? Because before you start a question, you should at least understand what he's giving you and what he's asking. If you look at the question, he is giving you 3 compass bearing of 3 different points or lighthouses, doesn't matter, at the same time. So that itself tells you that it is a simultaneous fix. Okay. Now, next, he has not given you any heading in this first part of the question, which means that I cannot use my deviation card. So if I can't use my deviation card, I cannot convert this compass bearing into true bearing for me to plot. So that's the next concept we have found out. So what I conclude is, in such case, I will always use horizontal sextant angle method. So that is what I'm going to use. He's asking me to find the position and compass error. Okay. Just as a clue, when I'm solving this question paper, my aim will not be to look into the concepts. My aim will be to look into the steps that will help you solve. So my suggestion is please go and have a look at the concepts. Blindly doing the question is of no use. Understand the concept, you'll be much faster rather than wasting time here. So I'll give you a small hint where to find that. Please go to Jal Prayag, click on the playlist. Video number 16 is titled as Chart Work and Horizontal Sextant Angle. Please go and have a look. It tells you in detail how to go about HSA question. As I said, I'm not going to concentrate on the concept. I'm going to directly go on to the steps for you to solve the question. So let us start off. I'm showing you the place where he said that your vessel is anchored. I'm going to show you the 3 lights or the points where he referred. The first one was Abecas. I've highlighted it. The second one is Weistad. You can see Weistad has got multiple lights. So that is why I'm showing you the inset. There is a small inset. So he said Weistad south. So that means I'm going to take this light. This is a part of the leading light. It's a fixed red. So I'm going to take that light. This is the light I'm going to use. Then the third one was your Sandamaran. I have highlighted all the 3 lighthouses. Now, as far as HSA is concerned, my job was always to join the set of lighthouses. Let us take 1 and 2. So I'm joining the Abecas and the Weistad light. I've joined a black line. The theta 1, that is the difference between the 2 bearings, I'm getting as 50 degrees. My job is to find alpha, which is 90 minus theta. So that means alpha is 40. What I'm going to do, I'll show you. Now let me join the second set of lights. So I'm joining the second set of lights. And theta 2 is 57 degrees. And alpha 2 is 90 minus 57, 33. So this is what I have found out. I'm going to start the question from here. As I said, please watch the concepts, video number 16. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this alpha 1, which is 40 degrees, and I'm going to plot a line towards me with an angle of 40 degrees from that black color line. Okay? So I'm drawing a line here, 40 degrees. Similarly, I will do it from the first light also. You will see there will be a point of intersection called Charlie. I call it Charlie 1. Charlie 1 is also the center of the position circle, which I'm going to draw. Then I'll keep my compass needle at Charlie 1. So what is the radius? Radius is from Charlie 1 to either Abekas or the Weisstadt South. Both are same. So I'm going to draw a circle. Okay. You can see circle is passing through both the lights. Now I'll do the same thing for the second set of lighthouses. Alpha 2 is 33. I'm going to draw angle of 33 towards me. Angle of 33 from the other light also towards me. Again, I get Charlie 2. Charlie 2 as the center, and the radius has either Sandemaran or your Weisstadt South. I'm going to draw. So I got two position circles. At the same time, the point of intersection is your fix. Please remember, there are 2 points of intersection, and I've talked about the ambiguity part of it in the concept. So I know I'm here in the green color circle. I can't be at the lighthouse, so I have to be in the water. So this is the position. So my first part of the question, which was dealing with HSA, is over. But he's asking me also, besides position. Position was the first point he asked you. The second point he asked you was, he wanted the compass error. Now, I have all the 3 compass bearings in the question. I already have the position. Position is a real point for you. I can join this position to the 3 lighthouses on the chart. Anything drawn on the chart is true. So I'm drawing a line from the position to first lighthouse. I call it true bearing 1. To the second lighthouse, I call it true bearing 2. Third, I call it true bearing 3. Now I got comparison between true bearing, compass bearing of all the 3 lighthouses. Okay. So my first part of the question, which is HSA, is over. So let me come to the answers. Your anchor position, which we found out, was this. You can plot it, you can cross check. A minor error of decimals is still accepted. Please don't worry, because it is a photocopied chart. If it is not a real chart, then you might find some errors. It's okay. Now let me look at the error part of it. Compass error. Please remember, I'm going to compare for each lighthouse the true bearing and the compass bearing. So the first case, I get 3 degree west. Second case, 2 degree west. The third case, 1 degree west. Whenever you get multiple errors or multiple deviations, please always find it and find the average. So I'm going to find an average. So your answer is 2 degree west. So this is what you have found out. But there is something I've written in the bracket. Please remember, this compass error is for an unknown heading. You should be aware of that. So please leave this part of the question only till here. So I'm done with the first part of the question. So I hope this is clear. As I said, please go and refer to video number 16 in Jalprayag, that playlist. You can find chart work and horizontal sextant angle. Let me go to the passage plan. Although I've not done any concept presentation on passage plan, which I will do a little bit later. I'll do it, but I will show you how to go about a simple passage plan. Now he says, from the above position, that is the previous position what I got, I'm supposed to plan a safe passage, and then finally go and join the northeast bound lane of the traffic separation scheme of Roland Sodra Grid. So he wants the course and distance of each leg also. He wants alteration point, etc., to be marked with the chart and to be written in the answer sheet. I'm going to show you everything, whatever is needed in this question. So let us go step by step. Now, we all know passage plan means I should know where to go. That is what is passage plan. But there's always a golden rule. Before you know where to go, you should know where not to go. So please highlight your dangers and no-go areas. This should be your first step. Okay. Then I'm going to plot the waypoints. Then I'm going to take their positions also, mark the numbers. Then I'm going to draw course and distance. That means track of each leg also. And then in addition to this, I suggest please do paddle indexing wherever possible, because this is something which you can do. You're most of the time somewhere near the coastal area. You can do paddle indexing, is a very important part. I will talk about this more detail when I do concept of passage plan. Right now, I'm going sticking on to only the procedure. Let us go step by step as I have written this 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us go step by step. Okay. This is the departure area. Please look at the green color circle. That was your position which you found out by your horizontal sextant angle method. Okay. Now, as a first step, I said I should know where not to go. I'm going to mark red, which are really some dangers. You see, this symbol is a wreck, which is dangerous to surface navigation. Again, one more, in one more, and there are some shallow patches also. Let us assume your vessel is a modern day vessel, which would have around 10 to 15 meters of draft. So for you, all these are something which are red. That means you should be very careful. Now, there are some orange warnings also. So I can give you an amber or orange. So please look at them. I'm going to mark them also. You can see I've marked one more wreck, which is not considered dangerous to surface navigation, but I've still marked it. I marked one more 37-meter wreck, but it's with a dotted circle, so you have to be careful. One more wreck position doubtful, wreck position doubtful. Okay. These are some few things I've given you orange color. You should be careful about it. My suggestion is, doesn't matter what kind of wreck it is, we should always try to find a track which is away from them. It's not prudent to plot over anything which is considered something important or a restriction to your navigation. So please don't plot. Look at a caution. He gives you a caution here, then you should read this caution also. And this caution is highlighted somewhere on the top. I'm going to show you that also. Let me come to the broader part of the picture. With all this no-go, there is one aid to navigation. I've shown you. There's a buoy, which is an aid to navigation. You can always use that to support you. But position fixing with a buoy should be avoided, because we know it can drift, it can get dragged. Let me come to the full picture of the chart. I don't have a choice. The clarity will be slightly less, but it's okay. You can still make out. Now, again, the green spot is your present position from where you should start. I'm still highlighting a few things. The caution notice was written C caution. And this is the caution. It talks about depth, and it talks about 20-meter contour line. So there is a small caution. Please be aware of that. Then there's one more thing which can create a little bit issue to me. So I'm going to show you as an inset. Please look, there is 11.7 meters, and that is not okay for me. Okay. And there is something called local magnetic anomaly also. You have to be aware of this. That is why 11.7 I marked with red. Local magnetic anomaly I marked with orange. So you have to be aware of this. Now, let us say I've marked wherever all the no-go areas and dangers were there. Now I'm ready for my plotting. So let me start off the next step. Mark your waypoints. So I'm going to mark the first waypoint. I'm calling it from the departure. Waypoint 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I reach my TSS. So that is my last waypoint. Okay. 5 waypoints means I will have 4 legs. So let us look at each leg. I'm joining the track done. I'm going to mark my course and distance of each leg. Done. The last one I said, suggested, please try to do parallel indexing. So I'm going to use some parallel indexing. So this is around 6 miles, about 8.5, about 16. And the last one is Utklipan Light, which is your 11. My suggestion is PI more than 10 miles for a small island and all is not suggested, because you will not get very clearly on the radar, provided it's got a recon. Otherwise, it's very difficult. So try to maintain PI prudently within 10 miles is good enough. But if you think there is a very conspicuous land that's more than 10 miles, you can still use it confidently. Go ahead. I will leave it to you. It will not be accurate, but it will still help you. Now, your plotting part is over. I'm going to give you just two additional points which are not needed for your exam, but you might need it in real life. Let us say the master of the engine room wanted a notice before arriving waypoint 5, so I marked 1. And let us say that before entering your TSS, you had to call the VTS for Olan, so I marked it. In your exam, there is no need unless it has been specified, because there is no reporting points symbol here. So I've just given you an example, vague example. Now let us see what I have to do on my answer sheet, which is my notebook. Let me look at that. I write 5 waypoint numbers. I write all the lat longs. I write course and distance of each leg. And then I've written distance to go and then remarks. Please remember, distance to go is not necessary, but it is only an additional thing. That is why I marked with orange. It's up to you. If you want to give, it's okay, but you can skip it also. So that brings us to the end of this question number 1. And this is what is needed. Let me just quickly guide you. If you distribute the timings of your questions in your exam, you will not have more than 20 to 25 minutes for one question. So you should limit your amount of writing to stop at that 20 to 25 minutes. Otherwise, you are going to lose your time in some other question. So keep it limited. A lot of students ask question, how much should I write? Then your clue is 20 minutes. How much can you write in that 20 minutes? Don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, you're going to lose somebody else. So that's the end of this first question. The second question is actually fish trap. I'm going to, let us say by tomorrow and within a day, I'm going to show you how to solve the fish trap also. And I think your exams are next week, somewhere 3 or 4 days. Within that, I'm going to solve this one question paper, which I'm sure will help you. Please keep watching Jal Prayag. And until then, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar.